All right. I guess I've been talking to myself for the past 5 minutes, but we are live now. What's going on, everybody? My name is S. Andrew Lewis. I am here from Squeaky Clean here in Columbia, South Carolina. And I wanted to get on here to do the cleaning business automations live for you. AJ isn't able to make it today, so I am going to take over and hopefully I can hold it down and answer any questions that you may have in reference to. Let's see. Hold on just a second. I'm not sure why I had that little glitch, but stand by. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up and I'll be right back as soon as I can fix this real quick. Boom. And there we go. Looks like we're back. Let's see. It's a little delay. All right, cool. Okay, so like I said, I see there's about 16 people or so watching. Do me a favor, let me know where you're watching from. Also, let me know whatever questions you may have in reference to automations, and I will be sure to do my best to answer these questions for you. Like I said, I am solo today, so AJ won't be here, so I can't give you all of the cool links, and I'll try my best to do it, but I'll try to put those links in there for you. Matter of fact, while I got you, I'm gonna go ahead and put the link in to the Cleaning Business Automations program, which is what we're discussing right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that link in there real quick. Boom. And there, go to that link, check it out. Um, reach out to us if you have any questions or anything about it. Um, I can explain and let you know how it has helped me with my business, taking it to multiple six figures in a short amount of time. I don't have a specific time frame, but definitely in less than 2 years. In less than 2 years. Yeah, because I haven't even had automations, to be honest. I haven't had automations for a year yet, I don't think. So yeah, but I was already at six figures or right close to it, but I've kind of went a little bit higher than that because of the automations course. I don't like talking numbers and all that other stuff because sometimes it kind of makes me feel kind of weird talking about it because everybody may not be there, or then again, I may not be where a lot of other people are. So just know that business is thriving. We're doing well. I have a lot of time at time like now to be able to do this live in the middle of the day and kind of answer questions for people, that are kind of going on the same journey that I've been on and that I've already been through and I'm on my way to. So hopefully we can, help you out as much as possible to get you where you need to be. So if you find any pleasure, any good information in this live, make sure you like it, um, you know, and share it also. So let's go ahead and start answering some questions or kind of seeing what comments we have. We have Miss Dina 610 with the thumbs up back at you. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're still watching. Next person, Kelvin Thomas. What's going on? I appreciate you taking the time to sign into the live. Let me know if you have any questions for us or for me today. Miss Denton, how you doing, ma'am? How you doing? It's a pleasure. I'm watching your videos. Good job. Keep it up. Kelvin Thomas, Detroit. All right. Oh man, tough loss for you guys. I'm a Ravens fan, and we had a tough loss also. So I know you're probably not in a good mood right now. Neither am I. But hey, there's next year. Miss Denton, Pittsburgh, PA. Oh, I used to like you, but now you must be a Pittsburgh Steelers fans. But you're still awesome. I won't hold that against you. Miss Dina 610 from Philly. All right. What part of Philly? I have family in Philly. Oh, I'm dark. Am I still dark? Because it shows on screen. Let me see. Let's see if it's still dark over here. Hold on. I'm still dark. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'll see if I can figure it out. It shows on my screen here. So give me a second. Let me see what I can work out real quick. Okay, still some technical difficulties. I'm gonna try to restart it real quick, and then we'll get on real quick. All right, am I still dark? Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. All right. All right, we are back. We are cooking with grease. I appreciate you, Miss Denton. Uh, Yeah, I appreciate you, Miss Denton, for letting me know that on my screen here on StreamYard. It shows that I'm here, but when I looked over, it didn't show anything. So I guess I am no longer dark. So that's awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Um, let's see. I guess AJ. All right, cool. I got it, AJ. I appreciate you, boss. All right. So, like I said, the cleaning business automations, I put the link into the live. It's cleanbizuniversity.com/automations. Definitely check it out. See if there's something that can help you grow, scale, just make your business a lot more, flow a lot more efficiently, effectively, give you a lot more time, save you a lot of stress, uh, a lot of long nights trying to figure out how to do things and taking so much time out of your day that you could be working, that you could be used working on your business instead of working in your business. So that's what I'm doing right now. That's where I'm at in this stage of my journey, and I just appreciate AJ and him kind of starting this program, just giving me the ability to be able to just take my business to a whole nother level. Um, Mr. Kelvin Thomas are purposely, no, not purposely, purposefully, but we are good now. Yes, technical difficulties going through, scrolling all the way through. I'm not too keen on doing the checking back and forth between Instagram and all that other stuff, but I'll do my best to kind of help you guys out. All right, so let's talk about it until we have some more questions from everybody. So with me, I'm kind of give my story where it comes to cleaning business automations. I got out of the military back in 2021. And right before I got out, I decided that I needed something else to do other than just, kind of going to the gym and just lounging around and whatever, traveling and all that good stuff. I don't like to sit around. So I told myself, okay, I need to find something to do. So I started watching AJ. Boom. I'm off again. Okay, hold on. I think it's coming back on. Okay, for some reason, this does not want me to stay on here. So hopefully, hopefully this works. All right, here we go again. We're gonna try this one more time. Like I was saying, I joined the military. Well, I retired from the military, started a cleaning business. Um, did okay, started really, really slow right around the COVID time frame. We started disaffecting churches and stuff like that. But before we even got into the disaffecting churches, I was doing apartment clean outs. In the beginning, it was okay because I was just learning. I used that money, even though it was a small amount of money, I used that to kind of pay for supplies each time I got paid from the apartment complex, which was roughly around net 15 or something like that. So every 15 or so days, I would get paid from them, which was cool at the time because it was just me, my fiance, and my daughter doing it. And then I would bring on other people, and this was before automations. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just going off of what AJ said. Soon after that, probably a few months, 6 months to a year after that, I got the starter course, which helped me kind of move a little bit further and learn how to hire people and stuff like that. But still, it wasn't automated. It was me doing everything, spending a lot of time, a lot of long nights, putting, building proposals, figuring out how to price everything and all that other good stuff. And just trying to learn how to from the ground up build a business. And as time went on, the disinfection services picked up because everybody was trying to get back into their buildings and stuff like that. So that took off, and that leveled up my business exponentially. But that was short lived. That disinfection phase was a short phase, and you had to get it while you could. So I was able to get into doing a lot of churches and stuff like that over South Carolina. So that worked out very, very well. But when those churches went away, so did that income that I thought was going to be consistent, but it wasn't. So now at that point, I had to pivot and figure out, okay, what are we going to do now? We moved into post construction cleans and stuff like that. So after that, I'm saying all of this to kind of let you know what the kind of process was and how I was doing everything as cleaning business entrepreneurs. A lot of times, we are the everything. We're the salesperson, we're the operations manager, we're the site manager, we're the scheduler, we're, everything, all at once. We're the social media person, we're the admin person, we're all of that all at once, all the time. And I don't know about you, but I only had 24 hours in a day and I had to sleep some of those times. So, you have to get to a point where you're not the one doing all of that stuff all of the time. It gets tedious, it gets time consuming, it gets draining. And at some point in time, you're going to burn yourself out if you start, bringing in, multiple accounts and bringing in quite a bit of revenue. At some point, if you're doing all of the cleaning, you're going to get burned out. So you have to come up with a way to kind of be able to level up, to be able to um, basically delegate certain responsibilities to other people. The first thing you want to be able to delegate is delegate the jobs that you are doing. Now, with delegating the jobs, and you delegate that by hiring people, by whether it be W-2 employees or not 1099 contractors, you have to delegate those job responsibilities to other people. And there are ways that you can bring in quality people, and you can figure out how to do that. AJ teaches that in the automations program on how to bring in quality subcontractors. But if you don't want to necessarily, go that route and learn quality, how to bring in the quality subcontractors and basically do it in a way that you receive I'm not going to go that far into it. Get the automations course. But anyway, if you want to find a way to kind of bring in, some quality subcontractors, get the automations course. But there's a way to do it without doing that. You can go on to, social media. You can go on to Facebook, Craigslist, Indeed, and all those other hiring platforms, and you can put in an ad and do that. And then when you put in that ad, now you have to do interviews, right? You have to do interviews with, 10, 20, 30, 40 people, depending on how many accounts you're trying to fill. And at the same time, in bringing in those people for those accounts that you're trying to fill, how many of those people are going to actually show up, right? I know when I first did my first interview, I had an interview for, I think it was about 7 people. And because I didn't pay attention to what AJ had said before, I scheduled them for the library, and I scheduled them like at like 30 minutes apart or an hour apart, something like that. Not one person showed up, and I was supposed to have an interview for like, I think it was like 7 people. So I was at the library that entire time. So when that first hour hit, you know, and that person didn't show up, now I have to wait because I scheduled somebody else 30 minutes after that, and then 30 minutes after that, and 30 minutes after that. So I had to wait that entire time, and I wasted that entire day because I was not automated. Right now, I have it automated where I make a post, and I do my post on Indeed. Right, so when I put my post up, it gives me a notification. Well, Indeed sends you a notification when I go through, and I kind of just kind of pick through the people that I think fit what I'm looking for, which are more in line with what the post says and what I need for that specific account, or just for my subcontractor program. What I do is I send them a link, a message with a link to be able to go in and fill out another form. Now they fill out a form in Indeed, but then they go fill out a form that I created in my CRM. With that form that I created in my CRM, what it does is it puts their information into my CRM system. So I know everything about it. As a matter of fact, what I'll do is while we're talking, I'll try to show you what that looks like to kind of give you an understanding of what that does. But I'm still going to go through the process. So when I take them through that CRM, or take them through that form, they fill out the form. After they fill out the form, it sends me a notification that somebody has applied for the position, right? Because I have an automation set up, after they fill out that form, I get a notification. They also get an email, right, telling them, hey, thank you for filling out the application. Go to this link and schedule your interview. My interviews, all my initial interviews are Zoom, right? So I don't have to spend a lot of time at a location, at a library, at a Starbucks, or, if I have an office, at an office, waiting for somebody to show up for an appointment. And I don't know if they're going to show up. I can just sit on a Zoom. If they don't show up within 5 minutes, I'm gone. And then I just put them as a no-show. Then I don't have to worry about them anymore. But I didn't waste anything more than 5 minutes. So they get that link, they go to my calendar, they schedule their Zoom call, their Zoom interview, and that's when we have the interview. And I discuss everything, about, or I have them tell me about, what their qualifications are, what their experience is, and stuff like that, all while being able to take notes and kind of put in some of the things that they say they're positive, some things that are negative, and just some things that kind of help me remember, okay, this person is a residential cleaner, this person is a commercial cleaner, and so forth, right? So I'm going to kind of show you that real quick if I can get to that form and show you how that looks and what that process looks like. And that kind of, it saved me, hours upon hours of time, trying to basically, make that more automated as opposed to, hands-on and taking so much of my time. So here's a quote request. I'm going to try to show that to you really, really quick. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time with stuff on the screen. I want to get to some questions. So please, if you have any questions, please put your questions in the chat and I will get to it just a second. So let's look at the way this form looks. Okay, let's see. And here, and share. So right now, this is what my form looks like, right? So the link will take them to this form right here. And when they go to the form, they'll fill in all their information right here, right? Name, email address, their company name, address, and all that other stuff. And I'm sorry, that's the walkthrough request. Let me go back. Disregard, I didn't even look at that. Let's look at join my team. New vendor app, here we go. Sorry, that was the wrong one. But that's for a walkthrough anyway. So here it is. So this is the one for my subcontractors or even W-2 employees, anybody that wants to join our team. They'll fill out this information. And let me see if I can make this larger. There we go. Perfect. So this is what it looks like. They put in all their pertinent information, all that information. Do you own your supplies? some skills, qualification information, um, and just stuff like that, right? And then I also give them the ability to be able to upload their insurance information if they're subcontractors, upload a picture, and also sign and date, right? So after that's done, like I said, I get a notification that John Doe filled out an application. They send them a link to schedule their appointment. When they schedule that appointment with me, I go through the interview and then I put them in another workflow. Once they get into that workflow, it's either I give them kind of a rating or an approval or disapproval or a denial. It says yes, they can move on in the process, no, or maybe. So if it's yes, then it'll take them through a certain few or take them through an onboarding steps to send them information on what the next steps are in the onboarding process. If it's a no, it'll send them a letter saying thank you for coming on board or taking the time to do an interview. We would like to keep your information on file. We don't have anything for you right now. Blah blah blah. Same thing. If it's a maybe, same type of email. We thank you for taking the time for having an interview. We're going to keep your information on file and move forward, right? And this is all automated. I'm not at this point. I'm not doing anything other than getting my notifications and making sure that my calendar is straight so that nobody is scheduling appointments while I have something else going on. So that's one way that that my automations workflow that I created in the automations in the CRM has allowed me to save so much more time. So I'm not wasting time doing other tedious things, and I can be working on my business and I can be doing other things that will help my business run a little bit smoother. All right. Let's see, keep losing you. Let's see. We have local ad web. Not sure what that is. I don't know what 777 is. I don't know if that's an area code or what, but thank you for watching. We have Street Politic TV from Memphis tapping in. What's going on? I appreciate you coming on board and watching. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Marcus Crockett, nice work. I appreciate it, man. I was struggling. I don't know why my video kept going in and out, but I know I can't touch any wires or anything like that. Hopefully it will stay straight. Prime Time Cleaning Solutions. Wow, Andrew, that form is extremely thorough and efficient. Great automations tool. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. I just kind of go off of, I kind of put myself in the mode of, okay, what do I need this to do? Right. And then I break it down. All right, how do I make the automations? How do I make the CRM do, each task step by step? And and then when one task happens, how do I trigger it to do another task? And how do I trigger that to do another task? And then eventually you get to a point where you have a whole workflow of automations. One thing happens right after the other, because certain triggers will trigger the next step in that workflow. And it's pretty cool. Once you get it, it's absolutely, exciting and exhilarating being able to get an automations or a workflow to do everything that you wanted to do. I love it. But it does take some time. But once I put that time in, I don't have to do anything with it after that, unless I'm kind of fine tuning some things. Like one of my workflows, it was when it was giving me a notification, the time was off. So it would say 5 a.m. in the morning, but the time was correct when it put it on my calendar. So I had to figure out what the disconnect was. What was I doing wrong? There was another workflow that was triggering two different workflows, and I for the life of me, could not figure out why that was happening. So what I did was, since it kept doing that, I just created two separate workflows. I created a workflow. It would go all the way down to the end, and then it would take it to the next workflow, because I found out where the issue was happening. I just couldn't figure out how to make it stop. So it's pretty cool. It's just learning, how to learning what the triggers are, learning what the actions are, what triggers have certain actions and so forth. So it's actually pretty cool. I love doing it. I love working, with the automations. I love working with people, helping them kind of start their automations and learn how to create it themselves. It's not really difficult to do. I can teach anybody, I think, how to actually, well, let's put it this way. I can teach anybody my process in figuring out how to do a workflow. Your process is your process. Like for instance, my onboarding process goes from, and I said it before in the live, it goes from, posting a job, then after they post a job, sending them a link to fill out that form that I showed you. Then after they fill out the form, so forth. That's my process. That's my onboarding process. Your onboarding process may be something else. So my workflow may not necessarily work with what you want, with what you have set up in your business. But being able to know what triggers certain actions and then what happens after those actions and then what do you want to happen after that, that's all on you. You just say, okay, this is what I want to happen. This is what I want to happen after that. This is what I want to happen after that. Right. And then you can make your workflow do that. You just have to know which triggers and which actions to use in order to do that. So it's really as simple as that. Well, I say simple. I think it's simple, but it may be a little bit difficult for other people. All right, let me see if I can go up and see if there are any other questions. I'm going to try to go to, here we go. See if I can see Instagram. No, I can't get to it. I'm not going to do all that. Anyway, that's AJ John. I'll let him do that. He's the guru when it comes to doing all that. So like I was saying, automations course has taken my business to a whole nother level. Like right now, I'm to the point where I have, I think I have 17 accounts now. 17 accounts now. Today is Tuesday. Today is actually one of my lighter days. And I think, and I'm going to pull it up real quick. I'm not going to show you, but I got to see what it is. Today, I believe I have around 7 or 8 jobs today. Is it today to 7 or 8 jobs? Let's see. Let me stop guessing. Let's see. Hold on, it sent the notification to my phone, so I got to put in the code. Boom. All right, let's see. I'll get your questions ready, and I'm gonna, after I do this real quick, I am going to answer some more questions. So yeah, today I have, okay, only 3. I had 10 yesterday, 3 today, 7 tomorrow, 5 on Thursday, 7 on Friday, and 4 on Saturday. So that's how many jobs I have going on this week. Now, I can't do that by myself. I really can't do that by myself. I don't know anybody that can do that by themselves. So you have to have some type of process so that you can get all of those done. And this is every week. This is not just, 1 week. This is every week this is going on. So how do you do that? The only way you can do that is by automating. It really is. It's either by automating or you're going to burn yourself out. Like I said before, you're absolutely going to burn yourself out. So you have to come up with ways to kind of delegate and share, spread the love. Now, I say this in the beginning, yes, the profits and stuff like that. Oh man, absolutely amazing. When you start automating and you start putting people in these accounts, yes, your profit margin is going to go down a little bit. But here's the thing, right? Even though your profit margin is going down a little bit, you're able to get more jobs because you're not the one doing the work. You have your subcontractors, you have your W-2 employees doing that. You have your social media person handling the social media part of growing and building your business. You have your virtual assistant that's doing your calls, it's doing and all of your administrative things that allow you to continue to grow and work in your business. Work on your business instead of in your business. You have all of that going on. And how do you do all that? You do all that by getting into the automations program, right? And the automations program showing you exactly how to be able to function and get all those things accomplished. Step by step. All I did was do everything that AJ said, step by step, to be able to get it done. It's really as simple as that. It's absolutely possible. You just have to take the time to focus on your business, on growing your business and automating your business so that you have the time to be able to do all that stuff. All right, let's get on and answer some questions because it looks like we have some questions. Do me a favor, if you are watching on YouTube, make sure you like this live and make sure you share it. If it's somebody that, you may know somebody else that may be trying to get into the cleaning business, or you may know somebody that's in it and they want to level up, they want to grow their business. Tell them about Clean Business Network if they're not in it. Tell them about the automations program. If you're not in it, you need to be in it. I promise you. I mean, some of the things that I've come up with and AJ has come up with, we share in the automations group. I'll do videos and stuff like that to help people with their automations. Even if it's something that, just a glitch, they can't figure out how to do something, or they can't figure out how to make something, do this action in order to get this effect. Just all they have to do is reach out to me in the automations group, and I'll do a video or I'll do a live. Not a live, but I'll put them on a call with me, a Zoom call, and I'll just walk them through it and try to figure it out together. All right, let's see. Did that one already. We have Correll Carter. For this type of business, is it good to be bonded along with being insured? I don't know if I haven't needed to be bonded. I don't want to speak out of turn in reference to bonded. I thought that was more towards more advantageous when you're in a residential space, but I could be wrong. But I'll just speak on my part. I didn't need to be bonded. It's never been requested. It's never been required or anything like that. But like I said, I'm in commercial. I don't know if you're in residential. Cut Boy 412, a little late today. What's up, Andrew? What's going on? How you doing? I appreciate you joining. Hopefully I can give you some good information. All right, Cut Boy also says, if you started your business over, what would be the first thing you automate? Wow, that's a good question. Okay, I don't know why it just did that. I'm looking at YouTube and I don't know why it went to another screen. So do me a favor, put in the chat if you can still see me or if it went to the walkthrough consultation screen. I don't know why it looks like that over there because I'm not sharing my screen. Okay, never mind. All right, it's back. Got it. Yeah, sorry, I have multiple screens, so I'm trying to keep everything up to speed. And does it hurt? All right, cool. So it says, if you started your business over, what would be the first thing you would automate? Good question. I would definitely automate the onboarding process because I think that takes a lot of time. I would automate that, and I would, if I still had a decent amount of cash flow, right? I would get a virtual assistant, and that's just me, only because as long as I know what I know now, then I would definitely do that. I knew how much time it took me kind of doing everything myself, and being able to get a virtual assistant, learning how to hire a virtual assistant, which I learned in the automations course, and how to pay for them and all that other good stuff. Just having that knowledge helped me tremendously. So yeah, I would definitely automate the onboarding process. And then the next thing I would do is, if I could, get a virtual assistant. Hopefully that answers your question. All right, Prime Time Cleaning Solutions. Is there a template in the automation program similar to yours? If you're in the automations program, yes, it is mine. So all the automations that I have, I give to the automations group, right? So everything, and the new stuff isn't there yet because I haven't finalized it, but that will be some of the new stuff that I'm working on is going to also be in the automations group. So you'll get snapshots to all the automations that me and AJ have. You'll get snapshots to all of them, and then we'll teach you how to actually use those. So yes. So if you're not in it in prime time, if you're not in automations, you definitely want to get in it. As a matter of fact, we have a boot camp coming up, and I don't think I have the link to that. I thought I did. Wait a minute, let me see if I have the link to the boot camp that's coming up. I have the conference. I'll get the link to the boot camp and I'll put it in the chat for you guys. We've got a boot camp coming up March 5th through 7th, I believe. Yeah, March 5th through 7th will be in Jacksonville, Florida. We've had a few boot camps already. All of them have been absolutely amazing. We have gotten good feedback. We get better every time with the presentation and kind of getting everybody started with their automations program. I will sit there and I will go through kind of lessons and teach you how to do your own automations, how to walk you through it. I'll walk you how to create them yourself, explain the ones that I have on there already, show you how to utilize them and make them your own. So definitely when I get the link real quick, I'll go ahead and put it in the chat. All right, Kelvin Thomas, make sure I'm in the right spot. Okay. I clicked on the link and found this bullet statement: tap into a hidden revenue source that only multi-million-dollar companies know about. Is this something you can discuss on this live? You clicked on which link? Is that the automations link? Tap into a hidden revenue source that only multi-million-dollar companies know about. Is this something? I think that's more of an AJ question. I think I know what he's talking about, but I don't want to assume. But yeah, or what you could do is, if you're in, are you in the automations course right now, Kelvin? Let me know if you're in the automations course right now, because that will determine what I say next. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep going. Put in the chat whether you're in the automations course, and then I'll tell you after that. All right, Steve Booth, have any of you guys tried advertising on DuckDuckGo? I have not. I have not heard anybody that has. If anybody has advertised on DuckDuckGo, please do me a favor and put it in the chat for Steve, because I have no knowledge on that. I apologize, but that's not my thing. Not something I'm familiar with. All right, Noble Goddess, what do you do if you can't afford workman's comp right away? Here's a question: is workman's comp is it a requirement that someone asked you to have when you put in the proposal? If it's not a requirement that someone asked you to have in order to make the proposal, then don't get it until you can afford to get it. I've had some proposal requests where they asked me for my workman's comp, but I already had it at the point. But like sometimes they'll ask you, do you have insurance? 9 times out of 10, I would recommend that you just say yes, right? And then when it's time to kind of present it to them, I'll say don't get it until you need it. But when it's time to present it to them because you've gotten the bid or whatever, now you go pay for it, right? Then you go pay for it because you're trying to make the business pay for itself, as opposed to you using the money, out of your personal expense or whatever to pay for it ahead of time for something that you're not going to use because you don't have an account yet. So I would wait till you at least have the account, unless it's a requirement in order to even put in the bid or the proposal. So hopefully that answers your questions. Okay, wrong one. Okay, Miss Karen, I'm bonded and insured. It doesn't hurt. The more protection you have, the better. Yes, I agree. I agree 100% with Miss Denton. The more you have is absolutely the better. But like I said, in my experience, I didn't need to be bonded. No one's ever requested it. Nobody ever required it. Is it good to have? Yes. But I've operated, pretty well in a few years without being bonded. I'm insured, but I'm not necessarily bonded. In the future, I probably, with some of the things that I may be getting into, I probably will. So I don't knock it at all. I was just saying I don't have it. All right, next one. Oh, I just passed it. Miss Denton. Okay, I think all right, here we go. I lost my kind of place real quick. Here we go. There we go. All right, so Kelvin says, I see you. All right, brother, appreciate it. You're not sure what that is in reference to, but I'll probably remember in a little bit. All right, Cut Boy 412, is the automations program something you can do if you just started, or would it better be better to have some kind of experience. I used to think it was something that, you shouldn't have until you have more experience, but I realized I was absolutely wrong. Um, Personally, I think if you could get the automations, the sooner you could get it, the better. Even if you're not in a position to utilize everything that you need, there's two reasons why I say I would get it as soon as I possibly could. One is today's price is not always tomorrow's price. You never know what it's going to be later on. There was a time when AJ was not even, he was going to get rid of the automations course altogether. He brought it back. It's taken off because people have found the value in it. That's one reason. The other thing is, even though you may be just starting out in your cleaning business, learning how to automate can start from the beginning. Learning how to automate it in the beginning will expedite your journey, will expedite your growth and your scalability in your business. It'll make everything so much faster. So yes, I think the automations, if you can get it early on, I would definitely get it. If you ask me 10 times out of 10 now, I will say yes, get it. All right, Kelvin Thomas, I'm not in the course, but I'm interested. Awesome. Good. Hopefully I can help you kind of go in that direction and just pull the trigger. You posted a link and I clicked on it and read there. I found that statement. Okay. I've got to see what link I posted because I just posted. Hold on. Let's see. I posted the automations one, I believe. So let's see what it says. Okay. All right. So what he's referring to is, as a matter of fact, I'll share that with you so you can see what he was just talking about. Let's go to and share. All right. So when the automations program link that I put into the chat takes you to this page, and what it does is this is the Cleaning Business Automation Program. It tells you what you get, right? Learn the secrets of how to set up your in-house lead generation system so you never have to buy leads again. So the in-house lead generation system, AJ teaches you. He used to have a lead generation system. So if you guys have been around CBN at all, you remember the lead generation service and how successful it was with getting people lead or appointments or walkthrough appointments. He no longer has it. It's another company has it. Bell, who used to be the operations manager for that, now controls that part of the lead generation service. Well, in the automations program, he teaches you how to do that yourself. So you no longer have to go buy leads or purchase leads. He teaches you how to do it yourself and to have it in-house. So now you're saving that revenue by doing your own lead generation service. The next one is learn the secrets to hire quality subcontractors guaranteed. So once again, in the automations program, he teaches you ways to get quality subcontractors, not just any old body that says they're a subcontractor, that doesn't have insurance, that doesn't have supplies, all that other stuff. He teaches you how to do that, right? And he teaches you also how to do that and get paid to do that. That's one of the secrets to it. So if you want to know more about that, you got to definitely go and get the automations program. Learn to use software to create automations. That's where I come in. Partner with AJ with the automations program because I've learned how to make the CRM and the automations work for our cleaning business industry. And so all I did was create things that I knew I use myself. So I actually use these things that I've created so that it can automate my business. So here in the automations program teaches you how to use those things. We also, like I said, if you want to get on a call with me, a Zoom call where I can share my screen, I can show you everything that you need to know. You just have to let me know what you need to know how to do, right? You can't just say, teach me automations. You have to specifically tell me what you need to do. But if you have access to the automations program and the Facebook group, you have access to me. You also have access to me in CBN. Get pre-built automations installed in your account. Already spoke on that. Once you get into the automations program, all these automations that we've already created is automatically put into your account. Now, you may not know how to use it, so we're working on that part of it. But if you get into the boot camp, you hit me up on a call or whatever, then I can teach you how to use them. And then tap into hidden revenue source that only multi-million dollar companies know about. So yes, to answer your question, Kelvin, no, I can't speak on that here in this live. But if you get onto a call with AJ, or you join CBN, I mean, not CBN, but join the automations program, you'll have that hidden revenue source handed right to you. So yes, to answer your question, now I can't say it here, but it's definitely something you would want to know about. So, all right, moving on. Let's go on. All right, Miss Denton, you have to keep it when you do get workman's comp, because you can't start and stop. Oh, I guess that means the bond insurance, I guess. You have to keep it when you get workman's comp, because you can't start and stop. That makes sense. You can't just start and stop it. So yeah. So what I was saying is, once you get it, you get it, but don't get it until you have to get it, until you actually get an account. That was just my suggestion. You don't have to live by that. Bonding is for large. So that's what I was exactly. So bonding is for larger accounts. So once you get larger accounts, I'm not in Miss Denton's bracket just yet. So she knows more about this than I do. So definitely reach out to her. She's absolutely, one of the higher up people in CBN and the cleaning industry that's been there for a while, that has so much information that if you could kind of get the opportunity to chat with her, definitely do that. And Miss Denton, do me a favor, if you get an opportunity, put the link to your YouTube in the chat, because she started a YouTube and she's giving out a lot of good information. So definitely subscribe to her YouTube. And anybody else that has a YouTube that's in CBN, we definitely want to support that as much as possible. I'm not going to try to say that name. I don't want to offend you. So it says, I just started and I am curious if I should have 1099 employees or go I guess that's supposed to be W-2 employee route to save money to start. I have 2 buildings I'm closing and trying to decide. It just really depends. It really depends on, the dynamic of your company, the makeup of your business. Either works. With W-2 employees, you have more control over what they do, what they wear. You are able to train them to do the job the way that you want it done. You can have them clock in and clock out. But there are so many, you have more control with W-2 employees. With 1099, they aren't really employees, they're contractors or subcontractor. You really don't have that leverage to be that specific with them. You can't train them. You can't really have them clock in and clock out and stuff like that. So it just really depends. I have a few W-2 employees. I think I have 4, and then I have I'm up to 10, just under 10 subcontractors. And I like the subcontractor model only because now I like it, because I know how to get quality subcontractors. I know how to get people that actually have, a legitimate cleaning business, or they're starting a legitimate cleaning business, and it's not somebody that just wants to work under you and not pay taxes. Because a lot of times that's what people do. They don't want not pay taxes, but they don't want taxes taken out of the check that they receive. So I like 1099 contractors only because, like I said, I know how to do it the right way now. All right, Steve Booth, how is the percentage of profit broke down with subcontractors generally? So the percentage is kind of broke down, and you determine what that percentage is. You have 100% of a contract. And let me take this off. I don't know why this is still on here. You have 100% of a contract. You decide what percentage of that contract you're going to pay out to the subcontractor. It could be, an 80-20 split, a 70-30 split. a 60-40 split. It just really depends on, the contract and what type of profit you want to get out of it. My split ranges right around the 65 to 70 range is what they get, and I keep the rest of it. But if it's a much larger contract, then that percentage may go down, for me, that I get, because I know in the long run I'll still get, this is basically passive income at this point because somebody else is doing all of the work. They have their own supplies, they have their own equipment. I'm just given the opportunity to, you know, to work in an account and get paid to work in that account. And I just have to make sure that they're doing what the client wants them to do. So that's more passive. So I'm getting, passive revenue income by somebody else doing the job. And these are quality people because I learned how to do it through the automations course. All right. Hopefully that answers your question. Ms. Denton, it's a trust issue. Absolutely. If you trust your contractors to perform, exactly. Your new account. Not sure what that's for, but anyway, but Miss Denton is absolutely correct. It's more of a trust issue. And vet. I vet my subcontractors. When I bring them on, I don't just put them right into an account. I usually have them work with me and my team on a job. Or if, I'm going to have them work in a specific account, I will work the account, or my team will work part of the account, and I'll have them work a part of the account, right? See how they do. See if they do what the scope of work says that the client wants done. See if they do it, then I give them the other half, or I give them the whole thing, see how they do it the next time. And then if they seem like they, kind of got a hold on what the client actually wants, then I let them go from there. So that's how I vet. So there's not really training. I'm just seeing if they can do what the client wants them to do. And then whatever it is they kind of fall short on, I show them, hey, this is what the scope of work says. This is what the client wants here. So in this situation, this is what they want. I'm not training them. I'm just telling them what the requirement is. And then that's it. That's pretty much it. All right. We are closing up. I didn't think I was going to make it to an hour. I didn't think I was going to have enough to say, but apparently I did. I guess I'll talk more than I thought. So here's another question from the same person, Doc Samadi. I don't know if I said that right. Hopefully I did. Do you pay per hour for 1099 or by visit? It's not per hour. You don't pay your 1099s per hour. You can pay them per visit, or like I said, a percentage of whatever the account is. So for instance, if I have an account that's, a recurring account, it's 3 days a week. I pay my subcontractors monthly. I pay them once a month. They get paid a percentage of the total of the contract that I receive. I say a job takes 2 hours, but they average 3 hours to complete a visit. How is that handled? Okay, if the job takes 2 hours, but they take 3 hours to do it, then they have just decreased the hourly rate that they receive, if that makes sense. So just to kind of make it plain. So if they make a certain amount a month, I can break it down. I have a spreadsheet that I created that kind of shows what if I have an account that makes this amount, or that I charge this amount for, it breaks down what per clean, how much that comes to. It breaks down how much per hour that would be, how much per clean it would cost for a subcontractor. So I break it down all the way down, all from a spreadsheet that I created. If a job takes 3 hours or 2 hours to do, and they do it in 3 hours, then that means they just did the job in 3 hours. They still get paid the exact same because that's the agreement. So it would be in their best interest to do the job in the amount of time that it takes, because 98% of my job, no, not even 90. Yeah, 98% of my job, no, all of them. No, so now 100% of my jobs, I've actually worked every last one of them. So I know how long it takes. I know how long it should take. I know the short end, and I know the long end, how long the job should take. If I say a job takes an hour, I usually give them an hour and a half to get it done, right? Because there's a buffer. Sometimes things, happen. Sometimes somebody kind of, slows you down or stops you from doing whatever your routine is. So I give a buffer. Now, if it takes them 2.5 hours, that's on them. You still get paid the same because you're paid by the job monthly. So it would be in your best interest to get it done quicker. So now you have more time to do other things. And we're at the hour mark, but we had a few glitches. So I'm going to go answer a few more questions that I see pop up. So let's see real quick. That's not for me. So, hey, Miss Denton, you are in the Pittsburgh area, correct? Yes, she is. I'll answer that for her. And then Jay Luther says, thank you. All right. One more. It says, please post a link with Miss Denton's information. Miss Denton, if you're there, post your link, please, so that they can subscribe to your live. So make sure you subscribe to the live. Oh, and while I got you, I was supposed to also do the boot camp. So let me go back to the boot camp real quick, so I can put the tickets to the boot camp. That's going to be March the 5th through the 7th. Where is it? Let me go this way. So make sure you get your tickets before it's too late. You want to, there we go. Boot camp, March 5th through the 7th. You want to make sure you get your tickets before it is, the in-person is sold out. Also, there will be virtual tickets. I'm not sure what that price is. If you go to this link that I'm posting right now, boom, there you go. If you go to that link that I'm posting right now, you can get into the Automations Bootcamp. If you're not in the Automations course, I believe you could purchase the course and tickets to the bootcamp right from that link. If I'm not speaking, let's make sure. Yes, you can. So you can purchase the course and the bootcamp right from that link. If you are already in Automations, I believe, AJ, I don't know what the discount code is off the top of my head, but if you're already in Automations, you can still go to that. I believe you can go to that link and put in the discount code and just get the purchase of the bootcamp itself, whether it be in person or virtual. I hope to see you in person. I love in person. I teach so much better with people in the room, and it can be some interaction. So definitely got to be there. So with that being said, no more questions. I'm going to go ahead and close it out for today. Do me a favor. If the live gave you any information that was beneficial to you, make sure that you like it and share it if possible. Also, please do me a favor. If you don't follow AJ, which you probably do, follow AJ, follow me on YouTube. I have multiple YouTubes. If you look down below, you see my main YouTube, which is Sherman Andrew Lewis Jr. YouTube. I also have Clean Success Academy, and then there's also Squeaky Clean LLC. Squeaky Clean is with a K. If you can see it, just like that, Squeaky Clean LLC. All right, so with that being said, you guys have a wonderful day. It says live boot camp and automations are, live boot camp and automations are separate. No, I don't think so. Like I said, you can get the boot camp from that link. You can go to the boot camp and get the automations right from that link. But like I was saying, I'm not sure what the price is if you're already in automations. You just have to reach out to AJ, or I'm sure he said it. I just don't know what the discount code is. But you can definitely reach out, send us a message. If you have any more questions, I have to get off because I have an interview to do. So you guys have a wonderful and blessed day. Stay safe, and I'll catch you next time.
To the top, there ain't none of y'all stopping me. Used to say I never get a ring, Charles Barkley. Now I got a wife, got kids, own property. Bubble-eyed beans that look like that be watching me. Okay, I lied about the beans, but that was hard though. I'm still in that black act, but she starred though. Cause that's all it takes. I'm flashing for. I'm on my grind, not no more fashion show.